DJ Cowboy, baby.
Yo, what up, guys? iShooks here, but you already know that. And today is the story time. Let me releasing for y'all. All right. So, like I said before, I haven't been through any near-death experiences. So, like I said, I'm sorry if it's not something that y'all want it to be. Like, I know a lot of people that be going on YouTube talking about, oh, they first time getting this, they first time doing that. I'm not about to go on YouTube telling other people how I received head from a female. That's not what I'm about to do. All right. So, like I said, I'm sorry. Also, I don't have any stories of me almost getting shot by a white police officer at a red light. So, unfortunately, like I was telling y'all, it may not be what y'all think it is, but hey, it's funny, you know, it's something cool, and it was scary for me back then. So look, let me get into it with y'all. Also, I'm kind of eating right now too, so I hope y'all don't mind if I, you know what I'm saying, take a bite here and there. But look though, here's what happened. All right, it was this girl that used to live with us in my house because of reasons, but she used to live with us, okay? And she had a son and a daughter. All right, her daughter is like a little sister to me, and I love my little sister, you know, even though she is my little cousin, but you know what I'm saying, she's like a sister to me. All right, and her brother was like a brother to me as well. He's like a little brother to me. He was really cool, you know what I'm saying. I miss him. He's grown up so much too. But so look, now the girl, her name is going to be Rachel. All right, that's her name. Her name is Rachel for this story. All right, now Rachel, she was crazy. All right, now I don't want to slander her or nothing like that, because what if she do watch one of my videos and then see it and then get in her feelings or something? Like, I don't want to do that. But Rachel was crazy, y'all. So one day it was my cousin, actually it was two of my cousins. So it was me, a female cousin, a boy cousin, and my sister. Okay, so the boy cousin for this story, his name is going to be Ike, and for the female cousin, her name is going to be Tina. All right, so Ike and Tina. All right, so, and my sister's name for the story is going to be let's just call her Gabby. All right, so it was me, Ike, Tina, and Gabby. We were all in the living room, and Rachel, she was in the living room as well, because that's where she sat. Okay, so me, Ike, Tina, and Gabby, we were just chilling, and so then we were just talking, and so then I guess the stuff that Ike was saying, you know, Rachel didn't like, you know, and it wasn't even nothing bad or anything. Like, he was just chilling, and then I guess my cousin, he had said something about her ex-boyfriend, which is my little sister's father, or my little cousin's father. He had said something. It wasn't even disrespectful or nothing like that. He was just saying like he got girls and he got hoes and all this stuff like that. And so then she had called him a disrespectful child. Now, I don't know how that is disrespect. I mean, I understand, because you know that was her loved one. Now let me tell you, Rachel was ugly. Okay, Rachel was ugly, and Rachel still is ugly. All right. Now, I bet y'all like, okay, I got a question for you, Shooks. If the opportunity presented itself, would you do anything with Rachel? I would rather jump off of a cliff than to do anything with Rachel. If I could show y'all a picture of her, I would, but I don't want her to do anything. Even though she don't know what she's doing, like she still wouldn't know how to take the video down. I just don't want her to do nothing. You know what? I might put up a photo. All right, I might put up a photo, but just y'all, she asked me if I wanted to lay on her airbed with her. Like, bro, I was in the kitchen. I used to play the Xbox in my kitchen. And then I was in there playing, and then she said, "Hey man, do you want to lay on the bed with me and play the game?" I said, "Flip no, baby. I do not want to lay in no bed with you." Cause she had an accident on her airbed. Like, bro, she had a period. She had period blood all over her airbed, bro. I'm done. But look, back to the story though. So yeah, so Rachel had called my cousin Ike a disrespectful child. Then my cousin Ike was like, What are you talking about? I didn't even say nothing bad, and who was even talking to you in the first place? And so then she didn't say anything. She was just on mute, and my cousin was just saying stuff. And so then after that had went down, my cousin started singing. He said, "Don't hate me cause I'm beautiful," because that was a song back then. And so then Rachel, she gonna say psh, like she had made that noise. And so then my cousin was like, girl, I know you is not saying nothing. What are you talking about? Don't you psh me, girl. I'm about to cook you, girl. Girl, that's why your mold got hairs in it and this and that and this. That's why this and that, bro. He was cooking her. He was cooking her, man. And so me, Gabby, and Tina, we was just laughing. And I guess by us laughing, it triggered her and it made her started crying. Like, bro, she was like 30 something years old crying. I almost said that word. My dude, like, she was 30 years old crying. I'm like, wow. And so she started crying, right? And like, bro, when I say crying, I mean like she get the ugly crying face. She get the all loud. My mom had heard it, and my mom was like, what are y'all doing down there? And so then she had said, nothing this person, nothing this person. I don't want to say my mom's name, but yeah, but she was just saying it all loud, like, and she had did it purposely to make it sound like she was crying even more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't y'all know how y'all little sister or brother would cry purposely in front of your parents so that you would get in trouble? That's what she was trying to do, and it worked. So then my mom came downstairs and said, what are y'all doing? And so then she had told, and so then my mom told all of us to go upstairs to our room, or to my room, but it is our room because, you know what I'm saying, that's my cousin is my brother. You know what I'm saying? I have two cousins who I've known my whole life. Those is my brothers and they blood, so you know what I'm saying, those are my brothers regardless. And Tina, that's like my sister too, you know. But anyway, so we went upstairs to my room, or to our room, and then we was just sitting down laughing at everything. And what we used to do back then, we used to mock how she walked, because yo, my grandma lives on the bottom floor, okay, and she has a huge room, but the thing is, it's underneath the kitchen, like, and our kitchen is huge as well. And so she and what's her name, Rachel, used to sleep in the kitchen and in the living room sometimes. Then she had to move into the kitchen because of something that her son did. And so she will get up in the kitchen and she will walk at the heel of her foot so that it is stomping so loud. Like, she was stomped so obnoxiously loud, it was crazy. Like, my grandma couldn't get any sleep. It was to the point where I had to go upstairs and let Rachel know that she needed to sit her Humpty Dumpty built heavy footed tail down before she catch this fade. You know what I'm saying? And I was dead serious too, because I'm a bumper, and a bumper mean, like, you know what I'm saying, I fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, you disrespect me, you gonna take 2 shots to the head. You know what I'm saying? Working there, but it wasn't cracked open all the way, but it was cracked like a small teeny tiny bit. All right, so now she was on the steps, bro. She was on the steps listening to us, and she was hearing us mock her, and she used to suck on her thumb, so she was hearing us say stuff about her thumb and mocking her by putting our thumb in our mouth and mocking her how she walked. She was listening to us do that. So then next thing you know, we hear her come out of my mom's room telling her good night, and then we hear her turn on the water in my bathroom, which is because we all have our own bathrooms, except I share a bathroom with my oldest sister. But so I'm like, what the heck? So then, bro, she came into the room, bro, and she had, but the thing is, what me and my cousin do, no matter what, we always fake like we're asleep, no matter who walk into wherever. So wherever we're at, and if we're sleeping in there, we will fake like we're asleep whenever somebody come in. And so we was faking like we was asleep. It was me, Tina, Ike, and Gabby. So Gabby, Tina, and Ike, they was all laughing and playing and stuff. And so then after that, we was just sitting there chilling. Like I was saying, she turned on the water, and then we had all feel like we was asleep except for Tina. She didn't do it. I don't know why she didn't. And so then she had walked into the room. She walked into my room and she was asking Tina. She was like, hey Tina, do you have a problem with me? Now mind you, she's 30 something years old, right? And Tina is 12. I don't even think she was 12. I think she was like 10 or something. No. Yeah, she was 12. She was 12. She's older now. So she was 12 back then. And she came in there asking the 12-year-old whether they had a problem with her or not. And so then the 12-year-old, she wasn't even saying, Tina didn't say not one thing about her. That's the thing. Tina ain't saying nothing about her. And so then Tina was like, no, I don't have a problem with you, Rachel. I didn't say anything about you. I don't have a problem about you. Why would you ask me that? And so then she was like, I love you, Rachel. I don't have a problem with you. And she was so sincere with it too. Like, the only thing she would do is she would just laugh. And she wasn't saying nothing about her. And to this day, she still do. Like, she not about to bully anybody, you know. And I don't bully no more neither. Like, I only did that because I was influenced. You know, I don't do that no more. I'm not about that. Neither does my cousin or my sister. But yeah. And so then she was like, yes, you do have a problem with me because I heard you saying this and that and this, even though she didn't say anything. And then yeah, and so then she was like, no, I didn't do anything, I didn't say anything. And so then she left out my room. All right, she left out of my room. She went back into my mom's room and told her, all right, yeah, good night, blah 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 blah. She went back in there after she had already said good night. Then she came back in my room asking whether she had a problem with her or not. For the third time, she came 3 times, y'all, and asked the same thing. And this time my mom had heard her and was asking, and she said, hey Rachel, what's going on, what happened? And so then Rachel was like, nothing, nothing, blah 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 blah. And so then she go back downstairs finally, and she left us alone. So then we was up here thinking, we was like, yo, how would she even hear us saying what we was saying? Like, she had to be by the door the whole time. And that's what she used to do. She used to always stand by everybody's door, because we used to always talk about her, and she would always figure out that we talked about her, because she would sit by the door and listen to what we're saying every night. And it wasn't just me. Like, she would sit by my grandma's door and listen to her phone calls and hear that she's talking about her. All right. And so then after that, right, she had went downstairs, and we all chilling, we all up there thinking, like I was saying, and we was like, yeah, she had to be listening. And so then after that, right, we had got on our phones, and then my sister was like, hey, let's message her on Facebook and talk trash to her. And I was like, nah, I'm not doing that, because why would we sit there and do that and show proof and show evidence of us doing this stuff to her? Like, are you dumb? And so then she was like, nah, let's just do it. And so then she did it, and my cousin Ike did it, and they was just talking trash to her on Facebook. And so then after that, I was like, yo, I want to get into the action. So then I started texting her from my phone, and yeah, I was texting her from a text-free app. Back then on text-free, you could call for free too. Like, nowadays you have to pay just to call, but back then it was free. So then she had said, okay, I'm about to call the phone. And so then she had called my phone, and so then I had declined it. And so she must have been in my mom's room, and she had told her what we were saying, or what supposedly we were saying. The only thing that she had on us was that Gabby, she was actually doing stuff. Like, she had the messages of what Gabby was saying, but she didn't know who was saying that stuff to her from the other text messages. And so then my mom had called us in there and was like, okay, yeah, y'all better start playing and all this stuff. And so then Rachel, she was like, I'm about to call the number right now to find out who did it. And so then we all ran, well, we ain't run into our room, but we was already in the room when she had said that, and we had got our phones, because when the first time she came into the room, I had already had my phone turned off, because I knew she was about to do something like that. So I had turned off, well, I didn't turn on my phone, but I had already threw my phone behind my bunk bed. So I had to get underneath my bunk bed, and it wasn't even a phone, it was an iPod. I had to get my iPod from underneath the bunk bed and hurry up and turn it off before she did call. And so then after that, she had called and stuff like that, and we had turned off our stuff already. And so she's like, okay, all right. To the next day, move on. You know, I thought we was all done with it. The next day, like I told y'all, I played the Xbox in my kitchen. Bruh, she had took both of my Xbox 360 remotes and hid them from me. And then she had blamed it on her son. She had said that her son had did it. What the heck? She said that her son had did it. And she took my Xbox 360 remotes away from me and hid them from me, bro. At this point, I was heated. I had went upstairs. I had grabbed my Guitar Hero guitar. I had took off the piece that has the little blue and yellow stuff on it. You know, the little stick part. And I ran downstairs with it. And then my cousin had a broom. And no, Ike had a broom. And Tina had the belt. And Gabby ain't have nothing. And so, yo, I was like, give me my remote control before I hit you in the face with this. And then my grandma, she was really getting mad. My grandma was heated at me for saying something like that, even though she stole my property. And my grandma was about to slap me in my face. She about to knock my glasses into the dishwater. Like, she was serious. So then I'm like, what? She stole my stuff? And so then she was like, nah, don't say something like that. Don't disrespect her like that. So then I'm like, all right, okay. And so then after that, you know, we had spoke it out, you know what I'm saying, but that wasn't over though, you know what I'm saying, but we had spoke it out, we apologized to each other and all that. So then we had called the night prior to this happening though, the night prior of us apologizing, we had already called Tina and Ike's mothers and let them know that this is what went down. And so then they was like, oh, for real? Okay, well, we're gonna be up there tomorrow, we gonna talk about this. So then they came up here tomorrow, and the second they rolled in through this house, the second they walked into the house, Rachel started busting out in tears because she knew she was wrong. She started crying, bro. And that's crazy. She started crying, just trying to apologize and all this stuff. You know, saying, yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to do it. It was just a misunderstanding and all this stuff. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. And, yo, it's so funny how I have so many stories about her alone, about Rachel, because Rachel was just a mess, man. And, yeah, I'm going to be telling y'all another story about her soon. I'm gonna make that video right now, actually, while it's still in my memory, because I don't want to lose, you know what I'm saying? The story is in my head right now. So, yeah, guys, that's what happened, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and she was just crazy, man. Like, she was crazy. Like, she's just the type to try to kill you. Like, I'm so serious. And sadly, something like that happened to my uncle, who is deceased, and who was her boyfriend. You know, something had happened to him, and we think, well, I think she did something. And she had said that the CIA was calling her, saying that after looking at the biopsy or the autopsy, whatever it's called, that it was seen that it was something that she had did. And you know what I'm saying? So yeah, she did something to my uncle, man. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you guys did not enjoy the video, comment below why you guys did not enjoy the video, so I can try to fix my mistakes, you guys, and share this video around, y'all. Share this around with your mom, your dad, your grandpa, your grandma. Share this on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram. And my name is iShooks, and I will see you guys in the future. Peace.